What's going on, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Two-Piece Thursdays. And today we have a pretty, dare I say it? Of course I shall. We have a biblical Madden 13 online ranked match, and today we are going with the Green Bay Packers. And at this point in time, when this game was played, we were using the Denver scheme. So we're going up against the Baltimore Ravens. So this right here is a heavyweight bout. This is a matchup between two tough teams. And as you know, the Packers are deadly on offense. The Ravens are definitely great, but not as good as the Packers offensively. But the Ravens have one of the best defenses in the game. So that right there is definitely going to make it tough to try and score on such a dominant, quick, well-aware team. So hopefully, you know, obviously the Packers don't have a run game. They have, what, the second longest NFL record for not having a running back over 100 yards. So I highly doubt I'm going to have success running the ball. So we have to rely on the strength of Aaron Rodgers and the receiving core that we have. And the Ravens definitely have a really good offense. So we got to try our best to limit that man right there, Ray Rice. We cannot let Ray get loose. We can't let him do what he likes to do, which is get out in the open field, because that man will eat you up alive. So we got to contain him, and not just running the ball, passing as well, because he has good solid hands, and he will, just do what he got to do, catching traffic and everything. And look at this man providing me with that fourth down swag. You gotta learn it, live it, love it. The fourth down swag, learn it, live it, love it. And that right there, much appreciation goes to people, everybody out there who's watching this video. If you got fourth down swag, hats off to you. So right here, our first offensive possession. And you guys know I built the Denver scheme around the screenplay, so expect a lot of screens, and hopefully we can just get the ball moving against this tough defense. And I throw an interception, and definitely a read that I wasn't expecting. He had the linebacker in a purple, and he ends up catching interception. I went for the ghost streak, which would have worked if it was one-on-one, but he hit me with the purple route, which I didn't read. And now he ends up running with Ray Rice, getting a really good play out there on the outside. So again, if that man does things like that, we're gonna have a lot of trouble. Ray Rice is too good of an offensive player for me to just allow him to do what he wants. So our next possession, we got to try and get rid of that stench of an interception. We got to go ahead and move the ball and do what we got to do. But the very next play, he gets a user pick, and there goes that man again, Eddie Reed, the ball hawk, the human ball hawk. Nice read by him, bad read by me. So we start out the gates with two, not one but two interceptions. So we're not looking good. So a field goal right here is a must right here. We need to stop him. And again, this man has that fourth down swag. So we held him to a field goal. So, it sucks that we threw an interception and we gave up more points, but, fortunately, we were able to stop him from scoring a touchdown. So, we got to be happy about something, right? So, right here is another opportunity to go ahead and try to get something going. Try the screenplay, but completely broken right there where Benson just ran the complete wrong way. So, second and long right here, we end up going over the middle with Finley, and we end up getting a first down. So, that's exactly what we need to do. We need to get Aaron Rodgers. We got to get our reads good. Right there, we go to this screenplay, and we end up getting a huge gain with Benson right there. Wish we had somebody a little faster, but, I know Sane is faster, but Benson is just a better overall back. So that's why we got his slow self in there. Right there, we go up top over to Finley, but unfortunately, nothing happened. So it's 3rd and 9, and we go over the middle, and another interception. GS is finding open Ravens all over the field. Problem is, I'm playing as the Packers. 3 possessions, 3 interceptions, but look at Clay Matthews bringing the lumber. That man is absolutely bringing the lumber in 2x4, toothpick form, any type of form of lumber you can think of. That man is bringing it. So he kind of saves us right there. We can relax, and hopefully we can score and make things a little easier to come back. And that's exactly what happens. We end up bringing this to a field goal game. So hopefully something else can go our way. Maybe we could get another defensive stop. Maybe we can bring the lumber twice in one game. Maybe we can bring the double lumber. So you see, he's continued to feeding me a whole bunch of rice. I mean, why not? You know, Rice is a really good player. So on 4th and 2, he ends up going for it this time, and we end up stopping him in the backfield. That's what happens when you neglect the 4th down swag. We end up stopping him in the backfield. So that was huge. So we already in territory to go ahead and tie this game, but we want that touchdown though. So we end up going to the screenplay, and we end up getting really, really close to a touchdown. We stopped within the 5. We end up going to Finley, no gain. Standing in the pocket again with Rodgers. We have a lot of time, but Nada ends up shedding, I don't know, 8 blocks, and we end up getting sacked. So now it's 3rd and go on to 7. We try to just run it with Benson, just play it safe. If we don't get it, we'll go ahead and tie this game. And that's exactly what we end up doing. So now it's a tie ball game. After 3 picks, it's a tie game. So, I mean, you can't complain. We're playing not smart whatsoever, but it's a tie game. So, you know, you figure that right there just means that once we start playing straightforward and not making mistakes, we should be okay. And right here, you know, we got Wacko Flacco going over to the left, and we get an interception of our own. I'm sorry, son, but no soup for you. We get a great pick downfield. So now we're about a 50-yard line, and right now we need to make moves. We need to make something happen because we want this lead before the half ends. So right now we're trying to run the ball, but it's not working too well. I mean, that's expected. Packers don't have any running game whatsoever. So right there, quick little check down towards the left. So it's 3rd and 6, and right now we're looking. We go over towards the right, and we try to throw it over his head, but it doesn't work out. So right here, we end up just taking our 3 points. You know, end up kicking the field goal, and we go up 13-10. Our first lead of the game. Not the lead we were anticipating, not the lead that we hoped for, but we'll go ahead and take it nonetheless. I mean, you can't be greedy. A lead is a lead, right? So we're just looking for our defense to continue to come through. We've been doing good so far. And right here, that's the man we got to watch. We cannot allow him to do what he does. So right here, Wacko Flacco drops back in the middle of the pocket, throws over to the left, he finds the receiver wide open. So now he's in field goal. Now he's in range to already tie this game. And that right there is no bueno. No bueno, no good, no bueno. And right there he hits us, and now we're for a touchdown right before halftime. There go GS giving up touchdown before halftime as usual. I mean, if I ain't giving up a touchdown before halftime, you know it ain't a GS video. So that right there lets you know the authenticity of this video. So right now we got a couple seconds left. I mean, we really can't do nothing. So we end up just taking a sack. We were trying to see if we could find somebody upfield, but not enough time. We end up getting sacked. But thankfully, we do get ball back at halftime. So we have an opportunity to retaliate that touchdown and take the lead. So again, we got to play smart, stop making mistakes, and try and get something going here. And right there was a bad pass over towards the middle. So we back up with Rodgers again, and we're looking, and we end up finding Jennings, but it's short of a first down. So it's 3rd and 1, and we end up throwing over towards the left on a drag route, and we find Cobb, and we end up breaking lots of tackles backwards. And I did the weenie move. I'll admit it. I'll be honest, very frustrated. But you got to do what you got to do out of frustration because we end up throwing an interception. That doesn't help us even more. So now I'm even more frustrated. I mean, I was around the midfield kind of mark, the target area where I'll decide if I feel like I can go for it or not. But I mean, the Madden gods, man, you play the right way, they will reward you. And I threw a pick, so that lets you know. And he ends up going up top to Bolden, who has a speed of like 72. How does he get past anybody? How does he even get past the lineman when he's running around? I mean, I'm mind boggled by that. So we're down 2 possessions, and now we're like, okay, against this tough defense, it's pretty much Malcolm X style from here on out by any means necessary, because you can't fall behind the Ravens too much, because eventually they're going to make a play because that defense is just too good. So now I'm in desperation mode. I need to do what I need to do to make sure I win, as Ray Lewis becomes Stretch Armstrong out of nowhere and reaches out and grabs the interception. And we threw a 4 or 5. I don't know how many Ravens I am throwing the ball to, and he ends up scoring another touchdown. So we are struggling bad in this game. 31-13. Man, I really wish we could switch that 1-4-3. Just swap our score a little bit. Nobody's gonna know. Just turn it around, man. And nobody's gonna know. You know, we're not playing smart. We're not playing good. And look at the concentration of that man to hold on to that ball that was juggling in mid-air. And right now, again, it's desperation mode. We're struggling bad. This defense is too good to go ahead and give them this big of a lead, because then they just like to feast on you. They like to throw blitzes, and they like to keep you under pressure. And right there was another drop pick, and I am truly struggling this game. I am making horrible reads, very bad decisions. I'm just not playing smart whatsoever. And the defense they're definitely taking advantage of that. But thankfully, we end up scoring a touchdown right there. And we end up trying to go for 2 to make it a 10-point game. And that's exactly what happens. So now a touchdown and a field goal, we're down. And hopefully we can go ahead. I mean, we've gotten a couple stops before, so hopefully we can get another one. You know, we got to get ourselves back in this ball game. The third quarter is coming to an end, so now we need a stop. Right now is not a good time to go score for score. That doesn't leave me with enough time to come back, so we need something. And right here he goes over the middle. And I'm sorry, son, don't test the user. He's so disrespectful. Somebody please send that man a link to my channel. And you know what you let him know when you send him that link? You let him know, do not throw the ball my way. So because he wanted to be disrespectful and test the users, we have a great chance to go ahead and at least bring this back to a 1-point ball game. But look at us going back to the screenplay, and we end up scoring another touchdown. So now we are down by 3 points, and now we feel a little better. I mean, he still can score and make it a 2-possession game again, but our defense has been finding ways to make multiple stops. So we're hoping for, you know, that one more time, and that's exactly what happens. He throws towards Shields the very next play. We switch over and we get the switch pick. And I'm sorry, son. No support. 3-piece. Our third interception of the game, and hopefully we can capitalize off of that and go ahead and regain the lead. So right now, all we want to do is work our way into field goal range, and we go back to the screenplay. We find Jones, and he's running, and we get a really good gain off of that. So we got to play smart. We can't play stupid. We are already in field goal range, and you know we got to take advantage of that. Try and move the ball forward, and you know give ourselves the best chance to win this game. And we end up going to Jones on a drag route, and he ends up fighting forward, and we make it to a 3rd and 1, but we get sacked. And we get sacked, and we are in field goal range, but we decide to go for it just due to the fact that I want to win this game. And we end up scoring a touchdown. And I mean win this game because I really felt not so confident in my defense at this point. You know, I have faith in the Madden gods. I have faith that when you play the right way, you will be rewarded. But at this point in time, I went for it because I really didn't feel confident in my defense, and I didn't feel comfortable with just a tie game. I wanted that lead, and I mean it paid out. I mean we end up getting it. So now hopefully our defense will come through. The second one was another interception again. I'm sorry, again. No soup for you. Stop trying to taste the chicken noodles. It's not gonna work. Get your hand on my chicken broth, son. Normal. It's not gonna work. So now we are in an opportunity to score a touchdown, and to me this game is over. It's already 4th quarter. You see, we're trying to kill the clock, and we're trying to go ahead and score a touchdown and put the nail in the coffin, but Rodgers doesn't go anywhere right there. So right here, we're standing in the pocket, we're looking, nobody, so we take a sack. He hit us with that living la vida loca, that Ricky Martin D. So right here, 3rd and 20, huge down, and we end up trying to go to the screenplay, and we take our field goal, we make it a 1-touchdown lead, and hopefully, obviously, you know, we stop him here, we feel like the game is pretty much over. You know, so this right here is a huge drive. You know, we need our defense to click-clack, lock down, and seal this victory for us. Even if he does score, we should have an opportunity to go ahead and retaliate for a game-winning drive. But hopefully it doesn't come to that. Hopefully we can stop him and win this game with our defense. So right here, he's running around with Flacco a little bit, and he ends up getting the first down with Taylor. I'm sorry, not Flacco, Taylor. So now, you know, we got Wacko Flacco. He ends up not getting anything right there. So then he ends up throwing to the left, and he wiggles his way. Oh, man, he got me looking bad right there. Wiggles his way to a good yard right there. And, well, Am I bugging as I'm watching this? Was Flacco not in at all? Was he in at some point? I don't know, but we end up catching an interception with Bishop right there, so that right there was huge. Now with a couple minutes left, he does have all his timeout, so at this point, we can't just say, oh, right there was the game winner. Right there was the game winner. Rodgers overthrows a wide open streak. You couldn't be more wide open than that. So on 4th down, we throw a pass screenplay, but thankfully we end up getting a roughing the passer penalty. And right here, we should have just been running the ball. Fortunately, we throw a pass and we throw a pick. And again, right there, we should have been running the football. But again, I really didn't feel like running was going to get me anywhere. But I should have at least took it down to the 2-minute warning. My fault right there. Now he's got great position. See, it's all coming back. It's all coming back from me not having that 4th down swag. I'm telling you, that 4th down swag, the Madden guys don't like the ugly. All we got to do, we're calling timeouts to try and give ourselves enough time to score. 4th down, you see Streetway Rice, and he got it. So, with the minute and 30 some odd seconds left, is GS going to pull out this victory? Am I going to be able to drive my team downfield against this monstrous defense and put up a game-winning drive? So we run outside the pocket with Rodgers, nothing. 2nd and 10, and we're looking square. We got him open over the middle, and we end up finding Nelson. So again, we figure we're going to go back to that. So there he is, open again, and we end up precisioning the wrong way, and we throw an interception. Wah, wah, wah. That right there was the end of the game because he ends up kicking a game-winning field goal. And that was the end of the game, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Zoopies, Thursdays. Unfortunately, we came up short. The receiver was wide open. I was supposed to precision inside, not outside. I led him too far out, and he ends up getting an interception. Completely my fault. I played absolutely horrible this game, but we still only lost by 3, and we lost a lot of skill points. But I hope you guys enjoyed it. As always, it's your boy GS signing out. Follow me on Twitter if you don't already. It's your boy GS, and I'm signing out. Peace. Give it to me, baby.